question that Tay-Rock probably would not know.
They all look like they're battling and forgot their lines.
Hold on. Hey, Rockaway and Live. Low rises the under.
Yeah! Give me mine! Thank you! Yes! URL West Coast events right there. Traffic 1, 2, and I was a part of 3. Thank you! Right here. Thank you. And Sterilize was the name of those events if you want to know. The rooftop Sterilize.
I'm just going to live. I'm pretty too. I'm pretty too.
That's what I know that, bro.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
All right, man. 15 minutes of fame. Murder Mook.
Yes.
How you doing, young fella?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Considering everything that happened.
Absolutely.
Tell me this. When did you find out that the battle wasn't going to happen?
The night before. We went on.
The night before Saturday? So you found out Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Oh.
Well, they told me a couple days before then that, you know, it could be an issue, but definitely the night before.
Damn.
Yeah.
And when you find out, what's going through your head?
No.
Like
nah, man. Yeah, I was like, nah, man. Like, you know, I was trying to, the whole time when they was telling me, I was trying like, yo, just try to get him, you know what I mean, on the phone. Like, I'm like, shit, I even talk with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I didn't want all of that work to go down the drain.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I was just like, hell no, man. I was just still sick. You know what I mean?
All 3 rounds done, ready to go. If I had the $500,000 that pay you to give me all the rounds right now.
You got to give me a little more than 500.
More than 500.
Yo.
No, but all jokes aside, you ready? You done?
Who said I was joking?
Huh? I'm saying.
No.
shit.
No.
500,000.
No.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Let me stop playing.
Shit.
Let me stop playing for niggas start really believing in,
Right.
you know, this shit going to uproar. Like, oh, you know what I mean? No, it was a joke.
But you were already ready to go and everything. Because what is another 2 weeks? Actually, you still had 2 more weeks to go.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was ready if it had to happen.
Right.
But you know, everybody know when you battling, you never really finish until right then and there. You know, you might switch up something to those that can.
Right.
You know, you might switch up something right then. You know, so. I was ready.
Did they tell you why? What he told them, like why he didn't? Why he didn't want to take the battle?
No, what I was told was they're communicating and they're trying to communicate with them, but it's, you know, the communication is being real sketchy, and you know, it's at smacking URL, Beasley and them, Chico, shout out to them guys. From their point of view, it's like, what do? Do you prolong and keep trying to get a person to just get on the phone maybe with you, and with that, valuable time is wasting for them to just say no, and then instead of, you know, 2.5, 3 weeks notice, you got a couple days notice, and you know, the culture.
All right. Well, we were talking about the how much time they could have. 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Nah, we cool. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I was saying that, you know, so from their perspective, you know, they didn't want to waste too much time because you know how the culture could be, especially when you know, they may have known the information, they may have been privy to it, and then they didn't relinquish it. So now coach is feeling like, yo, you been new, you know what I mean? You got us all the way here. So they tried to, you know, I thought they did a great job. Speaking about URL, talking to URL, I thought they did a great job of just, you know, jumping out ahead of it, pause, and letting you know the people know what was going down in so many words. So I salute to them for that. But
credit to them, because in situations like that, as soon as they find out and then they go, they're trying to figure out how to resolve the issue, opposed to just saying, okay, he said no, okay, it's off, let's move.
Right.
They're still trying to work behind the scenes. That's why they don't announce it right away. So
that's what you know, that's what it was with me too. I was, because I wanted to, like I told you, man, this I got some shit over here, man. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, like, not even just the business is after. The business comes, like I think about that last in that case. In that instant, I think about the business last. I start thinking, because now I'm emotionally invested. You know, I'm emotionally invested. Now I'm visualizing me battling.
Right.
That's how I see it. I see me battling. I see how I'm gonna say shit. I see the way it's gonna happen. I try to manifest. I try to manifest outcomes, and so I'm dreaming of shit. You know what I mean? And this is not even a joke. I'm dreaming of this shit. Like I'm thinking about this shit every day. I'm trying to come up with new lines every day. Just, you know, like I said, just thinking about another man this long. It's like, so I'm just like, you know, I'm like, no, man, like, let's get him to do it, because I'm thinking like, shit, it's over. You know what I mean? But I guess we coming to another agreement soon, and I think, you know, hopefully it's looking very promising. But
for another opponent to
yeah.
Let me ask you this too. Now, I think I heard you say, like, this would have never happened if it wasn't for the shit that happened in Queens.
Right.
So you never saw yourself battling Brizz to begin with.
Yeah, like that's why I was kind of awkward, because I'm like, you know, we would have never battled ever. You know, Brizz and T-Top, though, as far as 2-on-2,
right,
very formidable. You know what I mean? They was one of the best. You know what I mean? So when me and Calico wanted to do it, because we want to make sure when we make a debut, it's against people that, you know, against opponents that people feel like are the best. So that made a lot of sense. But one-on-one, me and Brizz never came up. You know what I mean? So the fact that when the situation happened, this is how I'm looking at it. When the situation happened with me and Brizz, after, like, remember, I was doing an interview with you, explaining, you know, what transpired and everything. We spoke on the phone, me and Brizz. I'm not gonna say what we spoke about, but we spoke on the phone. You know, it came to an agreement, and I apologized. Absolutely.
Right. When we right. In between that interview, you actually had the conversation with him on camera.
You know, it wasn't no personal. It wasn't a personal issue. Nothing. And then I feel like, all right, you know what? Even though I felt like what he did, I felt like he was on some bullshit. I felt like he was on some real bullshit in the Summer Impact shit.
Mm-hmm.
The type of person I am, though, I'm still like, you know what? Fuck it. If he want to battle me, like, because he said, the only person I'm coming back to battle, if I come back, is Murder Mook. So if you said that, I'm feeling like, I said to myself, I said, fuck it. Like, you know what? I give him that. It don't got to be no physical shit. You know, it don't gotta be physical. I will oblige that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of other things floating around, and I haven't spoken to Brizz, like, so, and you know, I've seen an interview with Piper Boy. Pause. I hate saying his name, but you know, I just like not that I hate him. It's just his name is a whole, like, you know, it's just crazy. But never here nor there. I seen an interview with P-Boy. I'm gonna call him, shout out to P-Boy, right? I seen an interview, and you know, he spoke to Brizz or whatever, and like he's saying, Brizz saying it's just too much narratives floating around, because like then I'm hearing that he said they didn't give him enough time. Like URL gave me more time to battle, and I'm like, how could that even possibly be? Now, not saying this is Brizz's words, but this is what P-Boy is saying. He spoke to Brizz, and this is what was relayed to him. So, but I'm like, how could me having more time make any sense when, first off, we were talking about doing this battle before COVID even hit. Like we were scheduled to actually do this battle in June. The contracts was already in negotiations in January, February.
Hey.
You understand? So Brizz would have had to have known that it was me and him gonna battle since then. Now maybe the COVID popped up and then he just dismissed it. Maybe he like, fuck it, it ain't gonna happen no more. I didn't think like that once we started talking. But then, if you said I'm the person that you want to battle, right? You should have been writing for me since then, right? You should have been writing for me since then. All of that, but in all actuality, once you made that statement, I got all of the advantage. I got the heads up period, because I can hear that and act like I don't hear it, but I'll just know, well, I'm able to battle Brizz whenever, so I could just start writing from soon as he said that, and I could just have been writing from soon as he said the only nigga I battle is Mook. Okay, so now I could just be writing from then and then pop up months later like, you know what, and act like I ain't, you know what, I'll battle Brizz, like a spur of the moment, but I've been writing since then. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that's why that doesn't really make sense to me, him saying to P-Boy that I had more time. Now, as far as, you know, I'm hearing the another thing about his homeboy, or his cousin, excuse me.
Zayd, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him.
Yes.
That passed away. What's up, Cliff? My guy. That passed away, but it's like, I think he passed away in like June, right?
I think so.
Like June, almost right there. Like, we just recently did the promo for it in in August for the battle, me and Brizz. He showed up. You know, we didn't even get paid.
Face off.
We didn't get paid or have contracts signed, I believe, in June. I'm not sure, but I know we didn't get paid. So, you know, if that was how you felt, that, you know, maybe I might, you might not know how you could handle me saying something about that situation. You know,
he should have backed out then, is what.
I can't say that, because maybe he thought he could do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that would be unfair, because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, well, maybe he thought he could have done it, and then it was just like, I can't. But, you know, it's like, I just feel like, even if me and Brizz speak, it don't gotta be through this. This is only because, this ain't really for Brizz. This is just for, because I would have got hung for this shit. Like me?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I was gonna ask you that too.
Oh my gosh.
If
Let
you would have backed out this battle.
would have did this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it would have been some other shit. Like, I can't even, Murder Mook. They can't wait for me to do something like this small. Like, think about this. I was almost the bad guy in some shit that like, it went from, in the beginning, niggas like, yo, they understood what happened at Summer Impact. But then as time went on, somehow, like, I was the nigga. It was like, yo, we want Brizz back. Like, fuck Mook. Like what? Fuck you mean, nigga? But I could be good. The guy you love to hate, I'm cool with that. But like I said, accountability is for real. Whatever you feel like, when I battle, and I want to give the best I could possibly give for in that moment, in that space, and for what I feel like it is. Right. Like, so when people say, yo, that was the best person we ever seen, that was the best him we ever seen. Like, or I heard people say, yo, Lux beat Surf, but that was a beatable Lux. You can't say that though, because these rhymes are for you, for that person that he's battling specifically. Mm-hmm. So the reason he's saying these rhymes is because they're for you. They're crafted for you. Now, if they're for somebody else, he wouldn't be saying these rhymes. You understand? These rhymes, it would be crafted. These rhymes are crafted just to beat you. You understand? These rhymes, you can't just put them out and say, yeah, that's a beatable. No, because he would write differently for another person.
Right.
You know what I mean? These are the rhymes I need to do to beat you. We're not going up there freestyling it over a beat to see who's better. Like, I need to beat you. This is how I'm gonna beat you. The raps might not be as intricate as they might have been on another person, because I didn't need to do that to beat you. They wouldn't be that way. Some things they come on, like, they're off. Some things is a little more higher advanced as far as lyrically. Some things you need to dumb down some. Just depending on what area and what space you in. But I say that to say, so the Brizz is like, if Murder Mook does these things, I'm looked at accordingly.
They killed you.
They would have murdered me. They would have murdered me, bro.
Your name would have just been Mook, because they would have murdered you.
Yo, I don't even know. It would have been Spook, some shit. They would have got me out of there.
I seen you tweet out. You said, and I wasn't even gonna say nothing about your boy. So it's like, so you never even had any intentions on being spiteful because he said something about your moms, and then say something about his friend that just passed.
I didn't have nothing about him.
Wow.
Nothing. Not one fucking bar. At all. I didn't.
And why is that? Why did
I'm not that kind of nigga, really.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of nigga. Like, not to say that I wouldn't craft angles out of something like that, but I wouldn't be just disrespecting people that's dead. Like, hell no. It's crazy to me.
Right.
So, not saying that, I might could say an angle about, maybe it could be a lesson. I've seen people saying that.
People were saying that.
Yeah, I didn't do that though, but
right.
I'm saying I can understand why I probably could do that, but I would never just fuck your man and all that. Like, nah, hell no. I would never do that. But I didn't have one bar, so I tweeted that to still be like, yo, if he be like, oh, well, I bet, let's do it, because I still want niggas to hear this shit. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm like, well, maybe if he knew that, because me and him don't communicate, obviously. Right. So that was like, maybe to reach and be like, I ain't got shit about you, like,
But it's battle rap, so he also could have took that as a bluff. You just saying that just to get him to do the battle.
But I said my daughter though.
Oh.
I said that's on my daughter.
Ah.
No, actually, pardon me. I said on my mother. Not bluffing on my mother.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, that's what that was. But I just said, like, even if me and Brizz, like, speak off of, just let me know.
I want to mention something, all right?
Yeah. He don't have to let me know though. You like
Right.
you know, you don't have to. You don't owe me that. But-
I was there, like you said, when I did that interview with you after the battle.
Yeah.
After the Summer Impact, when the whole fight and everything broke out.
Yeah.
And I was there, and you were on the phone with Brizz, and y'all pretty much was like, "Nah, there's nothing. We good." Yada
right.
yada yada. So I didn't understand why there was any more anger after
Well,
that,
I think-
because I thought y'all pretty much squashed it and moved on.
Right. You know what? I think
Did you? How about that? That's the
I
question.
did. And I think you know, after time goes on, you know, and this is me speaking, not really knowing. This is just me guessing. You know what I mean? No, you good. This is me guessing. You know, but people get inside people's air, you know, over the time. People, you know, Brizz, it didn't really look good for Brizz as far as social media is concerned, outlook. And you know, that pressure, people, you know, just talking, making comments under your shit, people saying things, it could have got to him. You know, and that the first time I seen him was that exact gas station incident. But it was like, that's why I was like, it was weird. But he said, yo, he had a problem with Rex. And we like, what? Like, nigga, like how? Rex is just fighting. Nigga, Rex is doing, like, I seen chess, right? Say, what's up? Like, we cool, because I don't got nigga, you supposed to fight when you on his side.
Right.
Even if you might be my man, if this go down, we square that shit away later. Like, it's a fight. That shit pretty, like, it's nothing. So, you don't take that with you. You know, we don't.
As far as you were concerned, there was no more animosity towards you. There was no anger from you towards Brizz.
Yeah, no.
This was going to be a battle, and that's it.
And that's it.
Okay.
This wasn't personal for me.
Because I don't know if maybe he also had that in his mind, that maybe doing this battle, maybe that started coming up, that if this battle happens, maybe we'll get into a fight again. So
I ain't have no intentions on that. Now,
okay.
whether what his intention was, I can't tell you. You know, but I didn't. Of course not. Why would I?
Right.
You know, if anything, I should have that concern, because, you know, on everything, I could look like I won, or I could feel like, you know, nigga, I don't need to get no get back on you. Like, oh, this is all you. So, you know, I just know, even like physical fucking being, that's why I said we spoke. You was there, we spoke, so the physical get back was finished too.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So, if it verbally, I'm going to get you verbally. If I got to go get you verbally.
It's battle rap.
But, like I said, we don't really know what's going on. And that's why, you know, I'm just putting how I feel out there. This ain't to bash nobody. This is just how I feel. Like, don't really know what's on that man's mind for real. Cool, but we still got to hold you accountable, though. Period. Like, my mom ain't been dead a month. You know what I mean? When that happened. And I didn't, because I heard him on the trailer, and he was like, yo, he said that I took offense to some things he said. It wasn't even what they said. Like, I said that. Like, even though I was offended, that didn't cause that reaction. Like, you know, they still got through their rounds. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. It was the more physical part of it, like on our rounds.
Right.
Where it was kind of like, all right, now this is too much. But I ate that shit. Like, you know what I mean? And to somebody, mom dying, like, you know, I'm sorry for anybody that lost any kind of, family member or anybody, but, you know, especially to people who lost a mother.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.